rosemary rue. Who's ever done rue? Ooh, what? Are you Roman? What is it? Rue is the most. Sad. You can make all the sad faces you want. They used to put that. The Romans put rue in all of their dressings and sauces and stuff. And isn't it like slightly caustic?
I never have had it by itself. I've always done it in mixes.
Oh, so you've always buried it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a
a member of the euphorbia family.
Oh, yeah.
And so
it's
people
toxic.
who are allergic to that, you know, some people are allergic to it. So yes, use it
sparingly.
They use it in the Ethiopian community.
Yes, and a lot of
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes.
they like roast. I don't know, something with a coffee or something. I don't know.
It's in a lot of
I'm sure. So that makes a lot of sense because they're right by that whole network next to the Mediterranean and the Red Sea. So that makes a lot of sense. And I mean, it's nothing to say that you can't take these very culturally contextual heirlooms and apply them to new situations. Like the fact we have this huge Ethiopian Eritrean community. You know, there's a connect there as well. Let me finish before I get another tangent because I do that often. Okay, so sage, savory, shallot, something interesting. Tansy. Tansy's interesting. Who's done tansy before? Yeah, I know. Exactly. Tarragon, thyme, and scallions. Those are all from, that's Jefferson talking, that's Mary Randolph talking. I didn't put okra in there, even though okra is definitely one of those things too. Thomas Jefferson actually, we give him a lot of credit for a lot of things that slaves did, but anyways. One of the things that he actually did himself was when he came to Washington, he actually distributed seeds from Monticello to the gardeners who came out of Northern Virginia and Montgomery County, who were bringing their goods into Georgetown, right? He said, here, grow this, grow that. And so he diversified, you know, what people were, you know, producing. So that's interesting. But I want to go, let me talk for like 3 minutes about the kind of stuff that I work with. I usually focus solely, my tiger vision is on African American heirlooms. Some of you may be familiar with the Landreth seed thing did a couple years ago, collection. And there are, an African American heirloom isn't just stuff black folks eat. It's really a matter of foods of American or African origin that have come down through the diaspora to multiple communities. So in terms of okra, I would grow, if I were you, you can get your hands on them, cowhorn okra and stubby okra. Those are the two historic varieties of okra that would have been grown here by enslaved people or by free people of color, because they were here, definitely here too.
Where would you get the seeds?
There are a couple of good places. Landreth is one, Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, they're here, another great place.
What was the first one?
Cowhorn, yeah, Landreth was the first dealer I mentioned. And Southern Exposure Seed Exchange is a good place. There are a number of different good places for okras. Those are expanding. I don't know if Baker Creek is the place to go. I would, you know, it's okay and everything. But they're better for other. I find that other companies are better for like more if you were doing Southern European, Eastern European, Central European stuff. They have a lot of really good things in that direction. But more Southern stuff, more Upper South, more Mid-Atlantic, I'd say go with Southern Exposure and Landreth, because they're based in Pennsylvania and Virginia. And there's some new companies out of Maryland. Who knows about the fish pepper? I've been commanded to talk about that today. I am currently leading an effort to make the fish pepper the unofficial state heirloom of the state of Maryland. So we can have some recognition of the history behind it. I've talked a lot about this. William Boyce Weaver and I talked about this. I said, I want to update the history of the fish pepper. He said, fine, go ahead. And I said that he told me something really interesting. I said to him, well, I know there's some historic references to these peppers being called Negro peppers. And he said, that's funny because what we call the fish pepper was once called the African pepper. So that's more proof of that link. It's, the catalogs say 1870s, But anything we did in 1870, we were doing in 1770. So you have to think about this pepper is coming from the Caribbean or through the Caribbean from West Africa or directly from West Africa to this region. And this is the thing put in their backyards and their truck patches.
Michael, wait a minute. Can you tell us what fish pepper is?
Okay, you don't know. Okay, thank you. All right, great. I do a lot of assumptions,
Yeah, well,
which makes an ass out of me.
Is it sweet or what?
It's definitely hot, but it's not incredibly hot. It's about the same Scoville unit as a serrano pepper. So it has beautiful variegated leaves, they're creamed and green and whatnot. I know this picture is something. Well, let me fish it out. Fish it out. Oh yeah, this sucker right here. I mean, you know, I joked earlier today. If I was a dog, I'd be a Labrador Retriever. You know. The bird gherkin. This is a really cute thing, bro. And it's from Angola. And it was called the West India bird gherkin, which is usually what happens to us. We get our origins totally obfuscated, so nobody knows where we are in history. So it's this, you know, really spiny kind of cucumber. It kind of resembles one of those spiny melons you see in the store. You know, they from New Zealand, right? They're from New Zealand. They're from Southern Africa. They brought them to New Zealand. They call them New Zealand melons. You know, so this is another great one. This is also local to us. And you pickle them with hot peppers, and they're really good. And if you ever had them, they're kind of difficult to handle. Who did that garden? Up in Harford County, whatever community college. They did a beautiful garden. The lady called me and said, "I'm doing an African American Heritage Garden." And she apologized. She said, "I'm sorry, I am a white lady." White lady never apologized to me, nice white lady. You can grow an African American Heritage Garden. Well, I put in the presentation up there, and I saw the garden at the end of the season. It was great. I mean, it was like she had more of these bird gherkins that you could live with, and they hurt a little bit. I'm gonna warn you, but they actually taste pretty good. When you pickle them in the spine, don't worry about it. So it's really a good thing. It's from Angola originally.
Where is that garden?
What it was, they may bring it back. It's Harford County Community College, which is way up there. Yeah. This is the fish pepper. I'm going to pass this back to you so you can see it. The leaves are green and cream, and so is the pepper, and it changes color about 6 to 8 times. And then it mellows into this beautiful vermilion red, and it's really awesome.
how was it used? What was the primary use?
Fish pepper.
So just the fish?
Seafood. So rockfish, shad, all those things that are those anadromous fish that come up the Potomac and other rivers and flow back and forth. So rockfish, shad, herring, all of it. They would season that, but also terrapin, also oyster, also clam, also anything you can think of. That was crab, blue crab, of course, all that stuff. Now, my newfound buddy, Spike Gedja in Baltimore Woodbury Kitchen, he's making gallons of fish pepper sauce. He did what I wish I would have done, but there are other things in the works. But he brought me back to the back of Woodbury Kitchen. There's these huge casks. You can see this on my blog. I'm plugging my blog. I ain't gonna have a crowd this big and not plug myself. You know better. You know.
Long name, please.
I like it. Okay, there are 2 of them. Afro Culinaria, AFROCULINARIA. I feel like a kilo. .com. And then the Cooking Gene. I ain't spelling it. It has 2 G's. Y'all can just look it up. TheCookingGene.com. And the very end, I'll talk about that project. It's important to me. But Afro Culinaria is where I write predominantly about African American foodways and their connection to other people. My most popular posting was 10 reasons black people like Chinese food. I wrote that for Chinese New Year, and apparently everybody from Beijing, you know, was looking that up, trying to figure out what's up. I know, right? What's up with that? But that was cool because we were talking. You know, I kind of did a tongue in cheek, but I also was thinking about if one community does, you know, loves ginger, garlic, scallions, and that's another community's Holy Trinity, you know, you can easily fuse the food. You know, I wouldn't try fusing, you know, for example, Aborigine cuisine with Danish cuisine,